And you're watching this presentation to discover more about the acquisition network. Everything we do is designed to create a world where buying and selling businesses is simple and easy as pushing a few buttons. And we challenge the status quo by creating the world's first and only app for buying businesses without doing the work. Right now, we're raising $4 million to automate our entire M&A process so that we can access the $25 million that we've negotiated from our client base. Right? And so clients hire us to take them through the whole process from buying the business and managing the asset. And so I created this product after speaking to thousands of business buyers around the world. I was running a marketing agency and I was promoting a 26K course for a private equity group. And I spoke to these buyers and I heard the same thing over and over again. They wanted to buy a business, but they didn't have the time or resources to get it all done. The market's been fragmented for generations, and that's why we're creating a technology to aggregate this data and these relationships on behalf of our clients. And so the big opportunity is $90 trillion is changing hands over the next 20 years. 80% of companies listed for sale never close. 96% of first-time buyers never get a deal done. And 60% of sellers don't have an exit strategy. So the current systems don't work. And that's why we created a technology company to facilitate the process so that we can prepare for this massive shift from the baby boomers to our current generation. And so clients hire us. They pay us 25 to start, 25 on success, and they give us 20% equity to manage the asset. And we help them find the deal, get the financing, and grow and scale the company for them. Right, and the alternative to working with us is they can go to marketplace sites where they've got to create the relationships and wait for weeks to get response back on their inquiries. They could buy a $10,000, $20,000 course where they still have to learn how to build out their systems, create the relationships, and run the asset. There's one company acquired that does a similar deal sourcing and closing service, but they don't help with the management and created a mobile app community, and they also charge 3 times the price. And then there's the Acquisition Network, the only app for buying businesses. And so here's an example of our client. His name's Steph. He hired us in May. We helped him close a deal in August. We're able to leverage that existing business to get a bigger business with $1.2 million in EBITDA. We're 10% down. That's set to close in January. They currently have some grant writers that are helping with them with government contracts, but we also have an expert in our team to help them with that, and they currently have $100 million that they're negotiating. So we currently have 40 clients that have hired us, and we have 17 deals in the lending process, right? So there's no shortage of buyers that are looking for this service. If we got just half of 1% of the addressable market, we'd be adding like 31 million in equity gains annually. So we've generated 1.7 million in revenue thus far, 6 million in contract, and multiple 8 figures in the pipeline in terms of cash to collect and equity. Right now, it's about 25 million in equity. And so we've generated all this revenue through the 50K program done for you, where we take them through the whole process. We've actually 12x'd every dollar we've spent on marketing, but 99% of the leads that have came through our system have not purchased the Done For You program because they don't have the money for it. And so right now we're about to launch our subscription services. So we're teaching that database how to become acquisition consultants, where they learn how to bring deals to the platform, but also how to resell our unique portfolio of consulting services. And so we're raising $4 million right now so that we can automate the entire M&A process and focus on selling the product rather than the service, which is going to make it easier for us to get deals done and access that equity that we've negotiated with our clients. Here's a quick look at the product. And when it's completed, it's going to print money, guys. Right now, we're at its MVP stage. You can download us right now, acquisition app in the App Store. We have about like 700 users. They're all leads for the 50K product. And what makes us different than anyone else is we create complete transparency and trust. We've got thousands of recordings inside the app. We're building out a job board, a consulting, trading. Eventually, we're going to be hosting events to track all relationships, and we're developing AI for the deal flow and the lending to streamline that process. And one day, there'll be a digital asset and blockchain to create more transparency and trust internationally. So none of this would be possible without my team. We've completed over like 200 acquisitions, 8 billion in deals closed. We've got the lenders, the marketers, the operators, the outsourced management staff. All have done impressive things. I don't have time to go over everyone's resumes right now, but multiple 9-figure companies have been created through my team. 8 billion in deals closed, 200 companies acquired. And if you want to be a part of history, then you want to invest into the acquisition network, because we have everything that we need to scale rapidly. And right now we just need the capital to complete the product, launch a subscription, and start promoting events and bringing business buyers, sellers, investors, consultants under one roof, and making buying companies as simple and easy as pushing a few buttons. If you're interested in learning more, schedule a free consultation today. The future of doing business is now. Don't get left behind.